Hi everyone, I welcome you all. My name is Sakshit Chandel, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about the Scrum framework for a new product development initiative. So, what we are going to cover in this presentation? So, we will talk about Agile, what is Scrum framework, Scrum principles, project management development processes, how will the project apply the framework to the project initiative identified, and what will the benefits of applying this framework, roles of Scrum team members, and Scrum meeting and participants. So beginning with the first slide, what is Agile? Agile is a flexible project management methodology that focuses on collaboration, customer satisfaction through iterative development. So basically, we are going to run small iterations. Iterations are nothing but a time box frame in which we are going to perform a particular development. For example, if I'm designing a website, let's say the iteration for the website is designing a web page. So I will just create a web page. I will just upload it for my stakeholders, give feedback, and run the iteration again. And this is done till the time I have achieved my desired product. Now there are 12 principles of Agile, which basically focuses on satisfy the customer, welcoming a change, deliver frequently, working together, development, and face-to-face conversation, reflect, adjust, self-organizations, and rest. So what is the difference between Waterfall and Agile? Since Waterfall is a traditional approach in which we first, like we had a plan, we design it, we develop it, and then we test it. And this can never, like all the steps cannot be skipped. You have to go in a sequence. You cannot directly jump from here to here. You have to go in a sequence. That is why it is called as waterfall. Whereas Agile, that is a more adaptive approach, it provides you to run different iterations. For example, I had a plan, I analyze it, I design it, I develop it, I test it, and once I will give a sample, let's say I give a sample product to my stakeholders, they give feedback, and I run and again a new iteration. So in this way I can refine my product as many times as I want till the time I feel that my product is ready to be delivered. So this can also be explained with the help of this graph. On the x-axis we have taken time, on the y-axis we have taken product vision. So in case of waterfall, the initial vision will be our final vision because it is predictive. In the beginning of the project, I decide that this is going to be my initial vision, and when my project is complete, I achieve that vision. Whereas in case of Agile, we consider that we don't know the final vision. We are going to iterate it. For example, in the beginning I had a vision, but this could not be, like, this is not possible that this is going to be my final vision because I may be wrong. So what I will do is I will create something closer to the customer needs or provide something to the stakeholders so that they can provide me the feedback for this particular vision, and then I will run a new iteration, develop it again, improvise it, and give a vision 3. And then the similar manner I will keep on doing that iterations till I achieved the real optimal value delivery. That is the main benefit of using Agile, especially in the software industries. It works really well. Yeah, and there is a term they used, it is called as EKVZ, which basically means I know it when I see it. So moving further, what is a Scrum framework? According to SBOC, Scrum is a lightweight framework that helps people, teams, and organizations generate value through adaptive solution for complex problems. So it was first introduced in 1995 as a better way of team collaboration for solving problems. Basically, the term Scrum is not often, people think that it is something comes from a software industry, but rather it comes from a sports called rugby, in which Scrum basically means when the team come together to work, to move the ball forward. So the Scrum framework looks like this. Basically, in team members, we have three main people: product owner, who is going to manage all the product backlogs. Then we have developers, who are going to create increment from the product backlog. And then we had Scrum Master, who is going to facilitate the entire process. So beginning with the first person, that is the stakeholder or the business owner, they have some business needs, and these business needs will be recorded in a log called as product backlog. And this backlog is going to refine again and again by using different iterations. Then when the company thinks that they have achieved the perfect backlog they are looking for, they will run sprint planning, in which they are going to decide what is going to be the task they need to perform in that particular sprint, because they are going to run different sprints. And then we have daily Scrum meetings. They are usually for like 15 minutes. In these meetings, we are going to review our task list. Then after that, we had a sprint review, in which we are going to see the product increment. Are we achieving it or not? If we are not achieving it, we are going to run the sprint again. And at the last of sprint, we do sprint retrospective. Basically, it's like a sort of lessons learned and what we can do for the continuous improvement of the project. Moving further, Scrum has 6 principles. The first one is empirical process control, basically deals with that, focusing on more empirical evidences based upon data. And then we have self-organizations. Basically, when we are working in a Scrum framework, a team on a project is responsible within that particular circle. It is not like the traditional from top to bottom approach. And the third one is collaboration. So in Scrum, basically focuses more on collaboration teams. We have to have face-to-face conversation with our teammates, having sprint planning, sprint review, and value-based prioritization. Basically, this part is included when we are going to prioritize our product backlog based upon the maximum value task provides. We are going to prioritize accordingly. And then we have time boxing. Scrums are basically time box. For example, a sprint is run for 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, we are going to develop something and we are going to deliver it to the stakeholders. They will provide feedback and we are going to improvise it again by running another sprint. And the last one is iterative development, that basically interrelate with the time boxing. We are going to run different iterations for keep on improving our product till the time it is refined and ready to use. So how we are going to use the Scrum framework for a new product development? Let's say we want to create a new CRM system. The task for creating a new CRM system will include that we need an LDAP for our associates so that they can log in, log out. We need a catalog from which the customer can pick what they want, and we need a cart in which the customer can keep their products that they want to buy. And then we also need an order fulfillment system, payment gateway, design, etc. Now this list keeps on going on, so we have to need a log that is called as product backlog, in which we are going to define which task is in process, which task is in review, and which task we have completed. In this product backlog, we are going to prioritize the most important tasks based upon their value, and which will leads us to sprint planning. In the sprint planning, we are going to decide which tasks we are going to perform in that particular sprint. For example, we had a sprint backlog, and in the sprint backlog, we say that we have to first design the web page for our CRM system. That is a sprint backlog. Usually the sprint maximum time for a sprint is 1 month, and it doesn't go beyond 1 month. And at the end of each sprint, we get a product increment. Basically, product increment is like the end result of our sprint. For example, if I run a sprint for a web page development, at the end of that sprint, I need a product increment. Let's say the product is ready to be displayed on the web page, right? And then team keeps running a sprint, refining product backlog till the company decides the product is good. So there are basically 5 events in a Scrum. The first one is backlog grooming, in which after prioritization, what are the remaining tasks? For example, we had a product backlog, we prioritize it. After prioritizing it, what are the tasks that are remaining? So we are going to include that in. So basically, it's like managing the product backlog. Then we have sprint planning. It is the beginning of sprint. We are going to decide the agenda of our sprint, what we are going to deliver in that particular sprint. And then we have sprint review. Basically, we are going to inspect the increment and adapting product backlog. For example, we are delivering a new web page. So I run a sprint for that web page. At the end of a sprint, the increment was that a web page doesn't look that good. So that increment needs to be improved again. So I will adapt the product backlog and assign that the UI needs to be improved again. So I will run another sprint, and this task will keep on going till I had a web page with better UI. Then we have a sprint retrospective. It is usually done at the end of a sprint. Teams, it basically focuses upon a continuous improvement of the product. We will see what we have, what we can do better in the next time when we do such sprints. And then we have daily scrum. Basically, it is a 15-minute event, happens daily. Team inspect and adapt work. It focuses, it creates a focus for the people every day in the beginning of the project. The team will gather and discuss for 15 minutes, like what tasks they had completed and what needs to be done. And what is a scrum meeting? So there are basically 5 types of a scrum meeting. The first one is sprint planning, in which the purpose of this is like we prepare and plan the sprint, and what are the goals of the sprint, what backlog sprint we are going to focus, and who develops it. Like development team, scrum master, product owner, they all are involved in this meeting, and it is usually happen in the beginning of the sprint. Then we have daily stand-ups, in which we are going to share information on progress and obstacles, and what did you do yesterday, what will you do today, and what are the obstacles in your way. We are going to try to answer such questions. And in this meeting, development team and a scrum master will be involved, and they happen every day. So basically it's like the scrum 15 minutes scrum meeting that we had talked in the previous slide. And the third one is a sprint review. It acts against a sprint goal and demo features. So demo features updating the backlog, and the development team, scrum master, product owner, and other guests will also be involved in this meeting. It is usually happen at the end of a sprint. And then we have a sprint retrospective, which identify ways of improving, and it is done to stop doing what we need to stop and what we need to start. And basically entire team is involved in this, and it is also happen at the end of the sprint. And the last one is a backlog refinement, that basically focuses on clarify product backlog items in preparation of sprint planning. So moving further, what are the benefits of using a Scrum framework in developing a new product initiative? So basically it provides flexibility, quickly adapts to changing project requirements, collaboration, it promotes seamless teamwork and communication, it provides quality, ensure high quality deliverables through continuous testing, then it provides speed. It delivers the result faster than with the incremental development, because we had an increment, we get a feedback, we improve it again, run the cycle, and boom, we have the product. Then we had engagement, keep stakeholder active, involved, and informed. Satisfaction, guarantees the product aligns with the customer needs. Transparency, provides clear visibility into the project progress. Improvement, it identifies and implements enhancement iteratively. We have iteration cycles that we talked about. And the risk management, effectively mitigates project risk through vigilance. And empowerment, cultivates motivated and self-directed teams, because like we said, it is not a top to bottom approach. So the teams are more independent, more flexible, and they work more fast. It is lean and agile at the same time. So who is involved in the Scrum framework? So basically we have a business owner. Now this guy has some problem, and he's going to provide that need. And we had a product owner. He's going to analyze that need with the stakeholders and provide product backlog. And this product backlog will be used by the team members, basically the development team, to give increments. And this guy, the Scrum Master, he's basically going to facilitate this entire process. He's a link between all of them. So this is how a Scrum framework works. So basically we have 3 important members: product owner, Scrum Master, and development team. Development team may include developer, QA, architect, business analyst, or other people. So what is the conclusion? Using Scrum for our new product development is like unlocking a secret weapon. It makes us super flexible, so we can quickly change plans if needed. By working closely together and getting feedback often, we come up with really cool ideas that our customer will love. Every step we take gets us closer to launching our product fast. Plus, Scrum helps us to keep everyone involved, see what's going on, and fix problem early. It's not just about making a product, it's about making our company awesome. So we will be agile, we will be lean, we will be fast, and we will achieve our product. And with that, thank you everyone for having a time. And if you have any questions, you can just